Hey everyone, Rick from Rad Garage here. It's a chilly November Saturday afternoon and I've just finished tidying up the garage in anticipation for what will be later a pretty sweet wash of this SQ5 I've got. 2 weeks ago, hopefully you saw the video, I applied Atom ceramic paint coating to this car. And it's been 2 weeks. We've had a couple snow events in those 2 weeks, so the car's filthy. And I'm really looking forward to getting it all cleaned and seeing how that ceramic coating performs during the wash process. So I've got a few things to do this afternoon, and then tonight I'm going to a hockey game with my son, but I plan on being home around 9:30 or 10 p.m. and that's when I'll begin the wash. I don't know if I'll be doing a foam on it, but maybe I will. It'll be interesting to see how the foam, if I do use the foam, clings to the car. Hopefully it just sheets right off, but yeah, so I'll take a few pictures here, I'll take a few videos to show you how dirty this thing's got in the last 2 weeks since I had her coated, and later on you'll see me wash it. So thanks as always for tuning in, and here we go. It's Sunday afternoon. My original plan of washing the SQ5 last night kind of went out the window when I found out there was a wrestling match scheduled for the end of the Hitmen game I was at. So here I am on Sunday afternoon. I've carved out a couple hours of free time here, so I'm going to give it a good wash. It's the first wash since I ceramic coated it, and I'm excited to see how she goes. But first I'm going to start with the wheels, so here we go. right, so I'm finished with the wheels. I really like these TSW wheels. These are called the Sprint and they're 20-inch. And they've been great. They've stood up to, well, this will be its second winter. And they're very easy to clean, easy to get to, allow me access to the calipers, which is great. And yeah, so I'm all done with the wheels. So now it's time for the foam. Just gotta set the wipers to service mode. Obvious the coating's doing its job. Pretty obvious that the foam had a difficult time sticking to the paint. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. And this car was filthy, so I imagine it would have an even more difficult time if it was clean. But obviously that's the point, right? Help keep it clean. So I'm going to move on to the 2-bucket wash now. Alrighty, just finished up the 2-bucket wash with Adam's Wash and Coat, and I don't know, maybe it's in my head, but that wash seemed to go much quicker than usual, but I didn't time it, just a gut feeling. Now on to the highly satisfying stage of rinsing it. So I'm going to capture some footage of this water, highlighting the hydrophobic properties of this coating. I'm not surprised by the coating's performance, I'm just pleased. Because going into winter, it's gonna see a lot of abuse. So the drying process was highly satisfying. As I'm sure the footage shows, the water just beaded right off the car. I'm not surprised, you know, this is what ceramic coatings do, but it is quite satisfying, and it took about half the time to dry the car, maybe even less than it did with no coating. So now the final step that I'm going to undertake is to give it a ceramic boost. That will hopefully help with the longevity of the coating and the integrity of it. I plan on doing this hopefully every 2 weeks. Sad part of this is it's snowing, so as soon as this car leaves the garage, we're back to square one, but it's just satisfying to know that the coating lives up to my expectations so far. I was really impressed that the foam was able to remove probably 95% of the dirt that had built up over the last 2 weeks, so it's all good. Project's done. Took about 4 hours in total, plus I did some filming last night, so I hope you enjoyed it. The car looks great. I'm about to take it off to the grocery store. After all, it is a turbocharged grocery getter, so it'll be messy in a matter of a half an hour, but I'm okay with that. That's what it's for. It looks good when it's clean, and it's easy to get clean. So thanks again for tuning in, and take care, everyone.